Okay, welcome back, gentlemen. We're playing Cold Waters
Sonar new
once
contact
again.
bearing 248
And
designated Sierra 3.
alright, so we've got sonar calling in contacts. We're gonna rig the
Rig
ship
shift for ultra quiet.
Okay, so out of all of the series that I've made on YouTube, the only two that actually have been somewhat successful has been my X-Wing and this game. And I stopped covering this game because I just ran through the campaign one time and then called it quits there. But I have only gone through one of the single missions. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through some of the more interesting single missions. So in this scenario right here, we are in command of a Sturgeon class attack sub, which I don't think I've ever played on the channel, showed on this channel before. And in this mission, our objective is to knock out a Soviet surface action group. This surface action group has a Kirov class battlecruiser, a guided missile battlecruiser, as the centerpiece, as the capital ship, and that's the main objective. We're gonna go in here and knock out the big capital ship and then get out. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna wipe out the whole surface action group, or at least I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, so that right there is enemy active sonar. The Soviets are looking for us. We are just at the layer. Okay, I'm gonna take us just a little bit further up. We wanna stay above the layer for now because we wanna detect and identify all our targets. So I'm gonna bring up the board here. We've got our 3 sonar contacts. We're just gonna work our way from Sierra 1 to Sierra 2 and identify what they are. So they're most likely ships of some kind. So we're just gonna flip through the little mini game here. This takes some time. Okay, yeah, pretty sure this is it. Utiloy, guided missile destroyer. That's Sierra 1.
Sonar Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
And we go on to Sierra 2. Hang on, we have to go through that again. Okay, this is the big boy.
Sonar Sierra
I'm
2 is
fairly
classified as
confident
capital
about it.
ship.
Okay. Now for the last one, it's probably going to be another escort. Sometimes there is a submarine that's part of this group. Let's like escort them. Okay, this is another guided missile destroyer cannon.
Sonar Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
Now I can't recall which of the numbers here tells you when they can see you. I probably should have checked this out before I started recording. There are so many things that I can't quite recall about this game. I played through one of the missions just now, just so that I can get all the controls ready for the recording. But other than that, damn, yeah, this is gonna be fun and interesting. Okay. Ooh, okay, yeah, it's kind of loud. Let me switch over here. Okay. So, okay, we've got a solid confirmation on Sierra 3. Okay, what we want to do is just to verify ranges to target. So for this contact right here, right, if we just double click on this dude, and we go back to the screen here, we can see that we can now see the ship. If I switch over to Sierra 2 right now, which is this, we can't see. That's because we don't have the full solution. You can see the target solution in the computer on the left-hand screen where my cursor is. This is the solution. Once this gets up to, I think, like 85% or something, then we can see the target. But in this case here, we have verified this target. So I don't actually know if Sierra 3 is actually on the port or starboard side of the battlecruiser. Judging by the marks here, I think it's safe to say that this is the one that's flanking on the port side of the battlecruiser, and Utiloy is on the starboard side. But I want to be sure. At least I want to make sure, verify range of the Kirov. That's the most important. So my plan, I'm thinking here, is that we're gonna try to be as tactical as possible, which I usually don't do in this game because I'm really impatient. I usually just go in all guns blazing and then dogfight the torpedoes, which I know you're not supposed to do. It's not how submarine combat is supposed to be like, but the game lets you get away with it. I want to do it. This time we'll be more tactical. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna verify the Kirov, which we're doing right now. Once you have a target locked in on the computer, it will over time build up the solution so that you will get the full picture of the target. And what we're going to do is that we can tell that this entire surface group is heading this way. So what we're going to do is that we're going to maneuver ourselves behind them and start blasting them. Yes. Just verify range to target to Sierra 3 is 14,000 yards. Our torpedoes can go up to about 35,000 yards, something like that. Actually, we can check right here. 35, yeah. These bad boys can go up to 35,000 yards. Right. Let's just switch back to the Kirov. 80% solution, almost getting there. Maybe it's 90% we need to get to before we finally get the verified range of target. We'll see. Okay, I need to start accelerating. Yep, I forgot to do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Okay, we verified that. We'll try to see if we can verify CR1. Yep, there we go. Okay, we've got all the marks on the board. Clear as day. And they are turning away from us. Okay. 25,000 yards for CR1. I think we'll start blasting them right now, to be honest. Yeah. We'll fire 3 torps, 1 for each. We're gonna send the torpedoes down here to the south and then have them approach them from an angle like this. So that way when they start retaliating, we'll be off on the north side where we're not there, but hopefully. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit concerned because I think they might be able to see us now. I'm pretty sure that if this number is above 10, they can see, but they're not firing. Well, it is what it is. Right, okay, hang on. I'm not thinking straight. Right, what we want to do is that we want to take our ship below the layer. Let's go to 300 feet.
Make depth 300 feet, dive I.
Okay. Range is still good. Range is actually pretty good. Okay. At least I think it is. They are moving away from us. I might be miscalculating here. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, we take the sub to 300. Let me accelerate the speed. Okay, now we're gonna fire the torpedoes. We want to keep the torpedoes below the layer and then have them pop up, because when you're in the layer, sonar waves, they travel a little bit further. Well, they don't really travel a little bit further. They like, well, do they? I think they like bounce off, so you can hear further. I can't remember what the exact physics are, but all I know is that when you're in the layer, if you make noise, people can hear you. Same way as how we went up above the layer to detect them. So we're gonna fire the torpedoes up here. And yeah, we're gonna send them around this area. Okay, I need to be careful because depending on the side of the torpedo tube, they might cut the wires. So I'm just gonna, and I can't recall which on the display here is correlating to the port or starboard tubes. So I'm just gonna fire off all 3 straight ahead first.
Guns, fire control, we've lost the wire.
And there goes that. Okay.
Con, dive at 300 feet, dive I.
I'm not entirely sure why that happened. Shoot.
Aye, sir.
Okay, misclick there. Okay, we just have to make do with what we have. Well, I did say this was going to be interesting.
Aye, sir. Guns, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Yeah, that's what you want to avoid. That one, I don't know why the first one cut the wire. That one was just a straight shot. The last one that I just fired there, that didn't work out because it was on the other side of the ship and it cut the wire that way. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna activate the torpedoes because if you activate the torpedoes, they run further. At least they go faster, and they don't consume more fuel, which doesn't make quite much
Con,
sense.
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
But it is what it is. Okay, last I checked, this guy was at 25,000. Okay, we can still see the marks on the board of the last known position. So you see the white dots. Yeah, those are the marks that have been plotted. So we wanna bring torpedoes down this way and then swing them in this way. Okay. All right. I think we've been fired upon. Oh no, that's yeah. Okay, there's torpedoes in the water. We've got a aircraft
Con,
in play.
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Yep, things are not going well, but it is what it is. Okay, let's run it a little bit further. Oh yeah, it's getting pretty close actually. I believe they've dropped sonar buoys. Yep, we've got a sonar buoy off to our port side there. Yikes. Okay. Alright, we're gonna turn the torpedoes in. Turn that guy in, turn this guy in. Let me just bring this up here. Okay, we can tell that Sierra 3 is heading towards us, so we're gonna adjust our torpedoes as such at an angle. Okay, we're getting a better solution here. Okay, there, we've verified actually the range.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 206.
Okay, we're gonna send torpedo 2 off to Sierra 1. We want to knock out the escorts because these are the guys that
fire control, weapon acquired.
you know, have the better chance of killing us. That and the aircraft. Okay, Torp 3 has acquired Sierra 3. Torp 2 is en route to Sierra 1. Let's just check the range. I think we are in. Yeah, we should be able to intercept Sierra 1 because they've turned around. They're heading back towards us. We've got range on this torpedo. Okay, let's switch back to Torp 3. Okay,
Con
target
sonar, noisemaker
is
bearing
okay. Torpedo was tracking.
205.
I can't quite see the destroyer anymore, but there it is. Solution has been reacquired. Okay, we can still manually control this torpedo, but I'm not just gonna do that just yet. Okay, now I'm gonna take over. Swinging around this way. Yep, we lost contact again, and
Con,
there we
fire
go.
control, weapon acquired.
Should be able to get him here.
Con sonar, noisemaker
Scratch
bearing
one.
202.
Okay, adjust this torpedo this away. Okay, we're gonna adjust our course. Take our course
Come
this
left
way.
to 241, helm aye.
Alright, tracking this guy.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, we should still have enough range on this torpedo to hit this dude.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, yeah, we're in range. Torpedo has acquired the target. We've lost sight of the target, that's alright. Kind of know where he is. Okay, we're gonna reload tube 3. Okay, I'm gonna fire another torpedo to try get the battlecruiser.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Take it.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 217.
We'll just find another one, damn it. Who cares?
Shoot 2-4.
There we go.
Aye, sir.
Okay, activate that. Well, okay, there we go.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. Torpedo 2 has acquired 01. I think we're tracking.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
There we go. Almost there.
Con sonar, noisemaker
Okay.
bearing.
We're gonna
2,
override the
2,
torpedo because we still
1.
got manual control. Guided in.
Con sonar,
Got him.
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 2, 2, 2. Contact breaking up.
And now, here is the big prize. Big bad battlecruiser. We have a torpedo en route. Okay, let's speed it up. Getting there, getting there. Okay, I think we've been fired upon. The time compression gets interrupted every time something happens in the game. Well, not when something happens in the game, but when you're fired upon, or where, yeah, basically when a weapon gets deployed at either side, the time compression stops, like a pause kind of thing, just to notify you something's happened. Okay, we're gonna adjust the torpedo here, guide it in.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, they've returned fire.
Con sonar,
You
noisemaker
can see
bearing 2,
enemy
1,
torpedo
1.
right about there, which isn't showing up on our scope here, on our plot, just because I don't think we've actually properly detected it. Now the enemy doesn't know where we are. They've tried to identify where we are by the tracks of our torpedoes, but they have no idea what our exact position is. So they're dropping torps like here when we're actually like really far out. We're hitting them from really long range here.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2, 1, 2.
Manual override to defeat the countermeasure.
Con, fire
There we
control,
go.
weapon
Okay.
acquired.
Defeated the countermeasure. We've lost the solution, but that's alright. Actually, since we're not firing anymore, I can take the ship up to above the layer. A little bit late to do that.
Depth 100 feet, dive by.
Okay, we're still tracking. I think we got
Con sonar,
lucky.
noisemaker bearing
Okay,
2,
we'll manually
1, 6.
Guide the torpedo. Damn, I'm not entirely sure where he went. I was fairly certain he was going this way. Just swing the torpedo around.
Con, fire
There we go.
control, weapon acquired.
We're hearing the hull breaking of the Udaloy, which is right below us, and there we go. And
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 2, 2,
Right.
0.
we've got a direct hit. They're on fire. We have not yet got the kill because it's a big boy. So we're gonna need to fire one more torp. Yep. Yep. Bye bye here.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Okay. Activate the torpedo. Let it go faster, and away we go.
Con, dive at 100 feet, dive by.
Okay, we're gonna adjust our course to
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
avoid this torpedo that
Come
was
left
fired
2,
against
1,
us.
8, 5. Helm aye.
We should be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine actually. We'll just maintain course.
Come right 2, 2, 3, 7. Helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
Con, fire control,
Okay.
weapon acquired.
Second torpedo acquired. We can see the find the smoke here, but we can't actually see the ship.
Con
'cause
sonar.
that's how the game
Noisemaker
is.
bearing 223.
Okay, if deploy countermeasures, we're going to defeat the countermeasure by overriding it manually.
Con, fire
There we go.
control, weapon acquired.
You can see the destroyer down there on the bottom of the ocean. The battle has taken place quite close to land, so that's why the ocean isn't like that deep. Tracking.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 220.
We got him. Contact is breaking up, so that means they're toast. There we go. Got the picture. And yeah, that's it. This is over. I think we have not detected a sub in play here. So we got lucky in that regard. Yeah. And now she's a sinking. So that's the end of that. Let's just go to the after action report. Weapons nearby. I'm pretty sure I can still, because it's a single mission, leave the combat zone. Yeah, okay, there we go. And yeah, mission accomplished. There was no sub for this run. Just the 2 destroyers and a battlecruiser. The end. There's a couple more single missions that I'm going to run through. I think I might replay the Bashing Gambit just because I really like that scenario. Lots of ships. There's a big ballistic missile, ballistic missile submarine that you have to go hunt down. Sometimes it's a Typhoon class sub, which is always cool to see. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please comment, and I'll see you on the next one.